Well, State Senator Bob Duff joins us now. We're going to talk about something other than the presidential and vice presidential races right now and keep it close to home. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thanks for having me. Really appreciate it.
So let's talk about some of these new Connecticut state laws that went into effect this week, one of them being concerning kids with safety online, and this is something that you support.
Absolutely. And I just have to make this one connection to the VP debate.
Just
the fact that in Connecticut we have one of the biggest drop-offs in the entire country, ballot drop-offs. People bullet vote for president, then they leave. We're talking about new state laws today because the state legislature passed these things. And so it's really important for people to remember about their state legislature and the things that impacts them. So that commercial's over. Let me talk about this right now, data privacy. Connecticut, because we have worked so hard on these issues and because of the fact that I've pushed this along with Senator Maroney from Milford has pushed this, we have the strongest data privacy laws in the entire country for children. We have some of the strongest data privacy laws in the country in general. But for children, we rank number one. And we have done that over the last few years, building and building and building on the laws that we have. So much so that we want to make sure that kids have permission from their parents before they get online, that companies can't sell data of children, and that parents have the tools that they need, that we are helping them provide the tools and get the tools that they need to make sure that their kids' data is private, that data isn't going to follow them for the rest of their lives, based on what they're doing at 12 or 13 or 14 years old. Most kids are on social media. My kids are, your kids are,
sure, yeah.
Everybody is. So it's really incumbent upon us, state by state, because of the fact that Congress is failing us by not putting forward data privacy laws, by not putting forward good children's laws online, that we have to do this in the states.
And what ages for kids are we talking about?
Well, we're talking about kids who get online as young as like 9 years old, all the way up to 18. And 18, obviously, they can make their own choices. But before 18 years old, companies should not be selling their data. And social media companies have failed our children. They have failed our culture and failed our country. Europe has a lot stronger rules than we do. In fact, we're the only country around in the world that doesn't have strong data privacy laws nationally, which is why states like Connecticut have to go out and do this on our own. And we've looked at some of the proposals that Congress is proposing, and a lot of them have state exemptions, which is really bad because any national law would weaken it. We want a good, strong national law that would meet or exceed Connecticut standards.
Now, another new law that went into effect on Tuesday, home health aides will now have added personal security. Talk about that one.
Yeah, absolutely. Sometimes, you see these terrible things, terrible tragedies, and we saw a home health aide worker who was killed. Killed in eastern Connecticut. So we had to change the law. We had to say that, look, folks, maybe some patients need assessments, and maybe some of the home health workers need protection when they go if somebody is deemed to be a risk. Nobody should go. And a lot of the home health workers are female. They need somebody at times, if they don't have the ability, the wherewithal to secure themselves, to make sure that they have somebody who can be with them and escort them at the same time. We want to make sure people are healthy, but we also don't want to put the workers at risk. So we made that actually Senate Bill 1 this past legislative session, meaning it was the top priority for the Senate Democratic Caucus. And so making sure that workers can do their job, that patients aren't putting workers at risk, and that they're getting the health care that they need, that's all we want to do.
In the under 2 minutes we have left, let's switch gears now to Manresa Island, which has been an eyesore, as you know, in Norwalk. Now we're going to get a park over there, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, like I said at the announcement, this is going to be, it's from one of Norwalk's most colossal mistakes to one of Norwalk's greatest achievements. 50 years ago, we were fighting with Stanford about who got the power plant, and Manresa Island was this beautiful, beautiful old monastery. I'm not sure where it would have gone at Stanford, but we lost that battle. Now we won. Right. Because we're going to get this beautiful, beautiful park. The McCords have just provided this really beautiful gift to us. They're going to reuse this power plant. It's going to be something wonderful for the community. I predict people will move to Norwalk because of this new park.
Oh, wow.
Because of the fact that it's going to be so awesome. It's going to have so many different things. It's going to be so great. And I think that people are going to be very proud of it. The feedback so far from people has just been tremendous. And again, Allison and Austin McCord have our eternal thanks for doing this.
And when might we see this? It's going to be a while yet.
I would think it's going to be a while. Speaking to Austin, he obviously is an impatient person. He wants it sooner rather than later, as do I. I'm like, well, why aren't we done yet? It's been 3 days, you know?
Yeah, right.
But I think it's going to be a few years. It's going to be remediated. There's lots of things there, but they're going to work smart. They've got a foundation set up so that it's in perpetuity, that this thing can get done, and it's going to be there for generations and generations of families, and people are just going to love it.
Bob Duff, thank you so much.